I see you. We had one last week, you jack off.
Oh, did we?
Yeah. Man, Sam, I'm sorry you had to sit through that. I really am. I apologize.
Especially the shirtless part, bro. Like, your eyes don't need
No,
to see
man.
that.
We went around. I heard you guys are all swingers at the beginning, and you started talking about yeah. Then I saw the shirtless thing. I said, "Oh man, maybe
I will not apologize for the shirtlessness. All right, look, this is a good-looking man. If you don't think so, then you're a bigot. You're a bigot.
Hey, when you got it, flaunt it."
Maybe some people were like, "Oh, look, MMA. Click on that."
Possibly. Who
For
knows?
us to get 200 subscribers, I'm assuming that 8 million people watched us. 8 million people clicked on it, and 200 of those were like, "I could go for this." 10 guys who were worse than him, and he's the one everyone thought. The reason is because he's an ass. It's not It's not because he's not great, because he's not the only one who isn't great. He's just an ass. But people forget. It took 25 years for people to even start talking about him.
Oh, yeah.
And he's been around 30. This is his 30th season.
The Spaniard fella, he's the man. Like, let's just keep it real.
Man.
Oh, so shout out to Idaho Skatesman. I asked him this question. I said, current Taporia versus 2019 Conor McGregor. Who do you think wins?
Taporia.
I don't know, man. 19 Conor, he had the Midas touch. Everything he touched turned to gold.
Taporia's the man, dude. He's so fucking good.
Who you think you hang with him? Like, what's the
I don't think anybody until maybe if he moves up and fights Makachev.
Islam
and Tim, after a rolling thunder kick, 10 seconds. They're throwing. Oh God. Oh,
he's out.
He's out. He's out.
Holloway knocked out Gaethje with about 2 seconds left. Cold.
Oh my.
Did they stop it?
God.
With 1 second left?
Oh my God. Justin Gaethje is dead. Justin Gaethje just died.
Maybe.
Dude.
Bro Plata, where black people and white people talk nonsense.
Hi, everybody. Bro Plata here on a Tuesday. Henry Cejudo can't really see. Some other fights happened in Seattle. Pulse Reloaded is here. That's hi, buddy.
Hey, fellas. Hey, wait. RP who passed away?
Larry Dolan, the former
Dolan.
The Cleveland Guardians.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Showing respect, even though I'm a Pirates fan, showing respect to Larry Dolan.
Listen, I'm a Guardians fan. I'm a hardcore fan. I'm a diehard, as one would say. But I wasn't even aware that Larry Dolan was still alive, to be honest with you.
Neither was I. I thought he died in maybe 2015 or something.
His kids run the club. I was unaware he was still with us. He hasn't really been around for a while because he's been old, so he hasn't really. So
Is Julio Franco still here?
I think so. He's probably still playing professionally in the Dominican.
I was about to say, watch him come back. Watch him make another comeback at like 70.
No, but I did see something pretty hilarious. JJ Watt owns a soccer team, like a low-level one, like maybe a National League team or something in England, right? And his goalie asked him if he would come back to play for the Bengals, because I guess the goalie's a Bengals fan. And he said, like on the internet publicly, but jokingly, he's like, "Hey, if you don't give up another goal for the entire rest of the season, I will come back and play for the Bengals." Like jokingly, like that's not going to happen, right? But I mean, there's a lot of games left, but since then the keeper has had 7 straight clean sheets. So, what if he does it, dude? I think he has another 10 games left.
How old is Justin James Watt?
Oh, yeah, mid-30s at least, right?
Yeah, I was just going to say mid-30s.
I'll look up.
I bet he could. Probably not to the same degree that he once was, but I bet he could.
No, but like, he has to do it, right? Like, if his keeper has like 20 straight clean sheets, he has to do it, right? You can't not do it. I mean, it might not go well.
Why not? I mean, you do a couple games.
But he's been out of the league a couple of years, right?
I guess. I don't know. He doesn't come back to the Texans. He's dead to me. So
why?
Because he played for the Texans, man.
My name's Ray, and I'm on the bandwagon. All right.
I've always been a Texans fan.
I saw this video. This guy interviewing people like 2017 or something, like when the Warriors were good. You know, the Warriors were Golden State Warriors were terrible forever, but he's interviewing people about the Warriors and asking them about fictional people that aren't on the team, and then having them like give analysis, and they're like, "Oh yeah, L. Ron Hubbard's I don't really trust the shoe."
I saw that big black dude.
Yeah,
and how confident he was in his answers made me so uncomfortable for him, because I'm just like, you have no fucking clue.
Yeah. You could, I mean, you could do that. You could do that any day with people and anything, not just sports, right? I mean, I like to think that I have the humility to tell them I don't know what you're talking about. I no matter what it was, right? I feel like I would. Yeah, I would, because I don't want to be that guy who got you. I got surprised the prospect I'm talking about. There was one that it was a prospects game somewhere. Is it the Futures game or something? Yeah, the All-Star break. When this guy was asking these people what they thought about prospects, and he just was giving him names of backyard baseball players from the game Backyard Baseball.
That's funny.
Do you think Tommy DeVecchio has what it takes? Stuff like that.
Funny.
Pete Wheeler, Pablo Sanchez.
Dude, those fucking games are making a huge comeback, and it makes me sad.
Why is it sad? I love those games.
I never played them.
Well, that's why it makes you sad, because you don't know how great they are. When I used to play them back in the day, they were fantastic. I love those games.
I heard great things about them. I'm not saying they sucked. I'm just saying, like, it's one of those things where it's like I never played them, so I never got it. I was too busy playing. Like,
why are you sad? Why are you sad by other people's joy? That's a very high class.
Because nostalgia is dead, Tim. Nostalgia is dead.
Is it?
Are either of y'all familiar with Wix.com?
Yeah, the website place.
Yeah, isn't that web pages?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm almost finished with I'm almost complete with the thanks to Jesse. Shout out to Jesse Belmoss. I'm almost done with the game show, but if either of y'all, when you have some spare time, I will gladly reimburse you for your time. If you could help me, I just have to figure out how to load the question.
Web design. I can steer you into people for sure.
Isn't Wix supposed to be like self-explanatory? Isn't that kind of the point of it? Like that anyone
well, if you buy the premium edition, but I'm cheap, so I got the basic, but it's almost done, and I'm so excited about this. Nice. I've been promising it for a long time.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, be on the lookout for brobroplata.com soon. I am buying the URL tomorrow, so we're gonna start. We're gonna get a website as well.
Why? Just going to be on it. I mean, we should do it before somebody else does, but like, I don't know what we're gonna do with it.
No, thanks to Jesse.
It'll be a content live stream. We can do articles. Yeah, you have time to write.
I own the domain. Shout out to her because she told me to do this. So I now own the domain, keeping the post. Nobody else can use that but me.
Although I now copyright. I'm declaring copyright like Michael Scott in The Office on your song video that I gave.
Okay. I still can't believe.
0.00001% of every nickel that is silver you get.
No, listen, I still cannot believe that Michael Buffer owns Let's Get Ready to Rumble. That pisses me off. How can he just own words?
Michael and Bruce.
You can do that a lot. I mean, why do you think? You ever notice that advertising for like the Super Bowl is always real weird? Like only the NFL says Super Bowl. Because they own the word
CBS affiliated places too can do it because they have the television rights.
Well, the television right, the television
What
rights.
that means, what that in effect means, what that in effect means is if you say the words "Let's get ready to rumble" anywhere in media, he gets paid.
Yes.
I would assume if it's not in conversational, like if we're just saying "Let's get ready to rumble" in a conversation, but all of a sudden if you're playing like Michael saying "Let's get ready to rumble," then that's a copyright infringement. I think you can't just in conversation.
If you look back through the annals of history, somebody else is on film saying that before him. So why can't they have the rights to it?
Because they didn't copyright it.
That's how that works.
That's capitalism. All right, that's how capitalism works.
It's the blood
going to kill us all. Ray, you keep breaking up.
Is that the hustle right now? Should that be it? Should I just start buying domains of like random words in the hopes that
people have been doing that for years, and websites too.
Yeah,
when there's a person that bought like 300 domain names when the Washington football team decided they're going to change their name, he bought every possible domain name.
Yeah, look at domain squatters.
I'm just gonna copyright "zip it up and zip it out" because somebody out there is gonna be using that, and then I'm like, "No,
already owned by Ziploc."
Oh, you think?
Probably.
Or someone who makes pornography. Like, what would you use that for?
Do you think that Hawk Tua broad copywrote Hawk Tua?
She did, right? I think she did. I remember seeing that she did.
That's the smartest thing she's ever done, probably.
Yeah, she should have did that day of. I mean,
I should have did that.
No, the copyright.
Oh yeah, of course.
I mean,
spelling and
everything keeps you from, no one else can make like merch and shit with it, So
yeah,
that same thing with merch. Like if we tried to sell Ready to Rumble T-shirts, we wouldn't sell enough for anyone to care. But we probably would get a cease and desist eventually from the buffers.
Yeah, for sure.
It sounds like something Ray would do just to get a cease and desist from their buffers.
Read it on air. Just be like, "Thanks, Michael and Bruce. We appreciate it. You have a great day." And you're fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, Tim, you need to stop me. I was telling you this earlier. You need to stop me from this idea I have.
Right. No one's gonna hear you anyway because you keep breaking up. So I don't know. I don't think it really matters.
Do I? Hold on.
I mean, yeah, but it's possible that I'd only hear it on my end. It's not. Pulse, do you hear Ray breaking up?
No, audio is clear on my end.
Okay, then maybe it's fine.
And maybe it's you.
What?
Tim?
I hear Pulse just fine. I don't know.
I'm not sure. But dude, look at this. $3.99 but it has the September dates that I would need, Tim. The September dates I need.
Yeah, but Ray, there's blackouts and shit.
I already saw the blackout dates. The only September date that is blocked out is Labor Day, September 1st. That's it.
Also, isn't that all standby too?
It didn't say that it was standby.
Because that's a problem.
It is, obviously if I pick something, but I'm going to be picking this early. So it's not like I'm going to get shut out in September.
What's your name? I'm Brandon. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
We'll let Pulse do his thing. But no, yeah, dude. Fucking May through September. I'm probably going to do it.
I don't know why I have to stop you from doing this. It's not that big a deal. Even if you only use it once, you probably didn't waste that much money.
No, and you can get round trip flights on it too.
But yeah, I would read all the fine print because I'm sure it's.
I did. I went over everything with a fine tooth comb on that because when I saw that, I'm like, oh, I really want this. I really want to spend my money on this, Tim. I even want to do the $600 one. I'm not gonna lie.
Where you gonna go? You work all the time. What the hell are you gonna go?
Take a weekend, go to like Chicago, fly in, fly out next day.
Man,
not have to drive.
I hate flying way too much to do that.
New York, go do like a Friday night in New York, and then fly out to like LaGuardia on Sunday or something or Monday. I swear to God, it's not on my end. I looked it up. There's no way that I'm crackly, dude.
It's not crackly. It's just you're coming in and out. You sound fine, but you keep. I just checked it to see if, like, I heard one, and I checked it here to see if it's just on my end. But no, it happened here too, so it wasn't just me.
All right, well, it's frustrating.
Just power through it, man. Don't blame me. I'm just saying.
I will blame
fucking
you.
Kill the messenger here, although you are one to do that
at times, but only if it's because I'm called racist.
When I saw that that Terminex guy locked out of his car at Sheets this morning, my first thought was how calm he looked compared to what I assumed you would be in that situation. You just be pacing, like taking monumental breaths out of a vape. Just
how old is that guy?
He's probably 50. Maybe.
Okay, yeah. So he was probably me at one point. If it was like a younger dude, that guy probably is on antidepressants. Hi, Pulse.
Hello.
Where are you? I see an American flag. Are you at the DMV?
I'm at the liquor store.
Oh, you're back at the liquor store?
Oh, God. Don't show people's faces.
No, it's fine. It's the liquor store.
Oh. You working there?
Unfortunately, I can't leave.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, go work.
Let's just go through all the bourbons while you're here. What?
No, are you familiar with Buffalo Trace?
Yes, you have some.
We do right here.
Send some. Like we get
their
it here,
distillery
but it's gone in a day.
Got swallowed.
The liquor stores around here have it for a day and it's gone, so it's hard to find.
The distillery, I guess, had like a sinkhole or something. I sent you the story before the show.
I'm trying to find
a bunch of like.
No, I'm saying, what's his name? Drop Conor McGregor. He's no longer the owner.
He sold his stock 12. A while ago, didn't he?
He sold his stock a long time ago.
I heard because of all the controversies he was involved in.
I thought he sold it.
No, yeah, he sold it before all the controversies.
But I think he was still working for him, though, so they may have dropped him as a sponsor. I feel like he sold his stock.
Yeah, it was like a spokesman. They got rid of him, but they did. He sold it years ago. What is it?
What do we got?
Clan McGregor?
Pass.
Might be.
Office of Buffalo Trace Whiskey Distillery swept into Kentucky River by mudslide.
Yeah, that's it.
It was the office. That's wild.
Yeah. That's nuts, isn't it?
It's national treasury when a tragedy when a liquor company has something go wrong with them. No, but how long do you keep that shit on your shelves, Pulse? Because here it doesn't. I'm surprised you have it on the shelf. It doesn't make it to the shelves here.
Are y'all familiar with Cohiba?
I'm not a cigar guy.
Yes, the cigars, they're fantastic. I'm gonna hop off real quick.
Yeah, Pulse. Yeah, when we get Buffalo Trace at our liquor stores, they don't even put it on the shelf because they just sell it behind the counter. You have to ask for it. Because,
oh, really?
Yeah, and when they get it, it doesn't last more than a day usually.
It's very popular.
Yeah, because it's pretty good. Like I drink bourbon, so but it's good, and the thing is the price is better than all. Like there's other shit that you have that is at that liquor store bourbon wise that's probably better. Most liquor stores do. Like Angel Envy is real good. There's a lot of stuff, but it's a lot more expensive than Buffalo Trace. Buffalo Trace is pretty good and it's reasonably priced. That's why it's always gone.
Are you familiar with the allocated scene? The allocated bourbons?
Like what?
I think this is like a very, very fine. This is not the regular Jack Daniels. This is like, let me see if I can see it on camera.
Is it small barrel or something?
Yeah, it's like a single barrel Tennessee. It's like aged 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah, every company has, even Jim Beam does like a single barrel and shit. Yeah, I had a single barrel Jack Daniels in Vegas when I was at that restaurant. Excuse me, that the Sinatra restaurant.
Oh, this is the good stuff. The Johnny Walker Blue Label.
Yeah.
What's going on? 1 second.
I don't really drink that. He showed his face and he had a mask on. Is he sick or they?
I don't know.
You got an outbreak of the bird flu down there? Where they got?
I don't know.
Or
We'll
maybe
let
the
him work though.
Customers are just gross.
Probably. I don't know. Fucking tired.
It's fine.
Working on Vegas.
What?
Trying to figure that out. My Vegas.
Well, do you not
trip.
want me to go with you? Because I mean, that's fine.
I mean, you can. I was just planning for something to just go out.
Well, I mean, you're talking about September. I told you I had those comps, dude. We could stay at Harris for like $200 a piece, which is fucking ridiculous. Which is a lot less than you stay at the Rio for. And same thing.
Well,
with
right
the
now
link.
it's like
the link would be like $3.
It's like 45 per night at the Rio right now for September, and I think I saw 24 at the fucking Strat.
Strat's way out in the middle. That's same thing with the Rio. Both those places are not on the strip. You have to Uber everywhere, so that's gonna pain in the ass.
Okay, that's fine. I'll Uber places. I don't care.
But if you stay,
I just want a comfy bed to fuck in. That's it.
You don't care how much. What did I just see? Oh, shoot, I forget. Did I send it to you? Somebody got robbed by someone they found on Tinder in Vegas or something.
I can imagine. I'm taking a definite like carefulness to finding companions out there.
You shouldn't. How about you just don't do it? I mean, Ray, you need a therapist. I think. I mean, we all do.
I've been in and out of therapy for years, dude. I've been in and out of therapy for years. At this point, I just accept some of the dark sides of me and have a little fun while I'm doing it.
Your dark sides are gross.
Yeah.
Mine are just.
I need a separate room, Tim. I need 2 rooms.
What? You know what? You know what's even grosser than that? Locals who fuck tourists. That's really fucked up. Especially the women that do it. The men that do it aren't much better, but the women that do it, that's not great.
The men that do it probably look like me or you. That's the thing. Like,
what happens?
Let me show you the real bar.
Right. You're gonna get a "What Happens in Vegas" tattoo on your lower back.
Yeah. At the $10 place at Planet 13. Yeah, why not?
No, you won't, because you'd even gotten the Bro Plato tattoo you promised us, and you had half of it paid for at least. Probably more than that.
No, I have probably the whole thing.
Yeah. Okay. So what's your excuse? Don't worry about Vegas right now. Worry about your tattoo. Time? How long could it possibly?
Yeah, right now.
No. Really? Then how are you going to get the Rubber Ducks job if you don't have any time? You wouldn't even be able to do it if they wanted you to.
I would make time for that.
You'd have to stop doing stand-up. You'd have to make sure that you were there at every game and you have a normal work schedule. I probably will do a video tomorrow. I'm embarrassed to do it, but I'm going to do it because I'll be mad at myself if I didn't do it.
Do it.
I mean, they only want you to say like 3 things. So,
hey, guess what, y'all? I've been going through. So I quit vaping, right? So I've been chewing a bunch of gum because it's like.
Me too.
That makes it worse for me. It makes me want a cigarette more because I'm just like, I need a fucking cigarette. Like it grinds my teeth. So I always need one of these, dude. Need it.
Could be one of those people that gets like 40 pounds of fluid drained out of your lungs.
Probably in my 50s, it's gonna happen. I'm not.
I take the.
I know the danger. Late 40s, probably 45. Probably when it hits.
Any day now.
No, luckily, my lungs, as my doctor said, sounded okay. So
he said, "Okay,
yeah."
That's what my doctor says about my blood work. It's all right.
No, you know
I
what?
Still haven't done my blood work.
I'm gonna get on, like, bro. When I turn in my late 40s, I'm gonna get on everything, like testosterone, HGH, all that.
I would already be out if I could afford it. So I don't really.
Oh my God. TR Tim. TRT Tim would be. Oh my God. You think he's aggressive now? Wait until he got fucking actual test put in him. Jesus Christ!
Throw my laptop like Ray.
Yes, you're fucking dumb. Stop having bad ideas, Ray.
Bill Squire's on it, so if Bill can handle it, I can handle it. What was it going to
for him?
Fuck! I had something, and then Pulse went into something, and I what were we talking about before that? Because I wasn't
Vegas.
done. No, not it. What were we just talking about? Damn it! You can't interrupt me when I'm flowing, because I'll forget.
Sorry.
It's all right. It's all right, but I'm gonna try to figure out what it was. Hold on.
Okay. Well, I'll let you give a thumbs up. Hi, Pulse. So you're at work right now?
Say what now?
You're at work right now?
Yeah, but I was committed. I said the best ability is availability. I've been gone too long, and I hate missing this. I hate missing this program. It's everything to me.
I get you, but make that money, dog. We don't. We just do this for fucking shits and gigs at this point.
Hey, let me ask you something. Whenever you like gear up to go out and kill bugs, do you pretend to be like James Bond? Like you get all your equipment ready and you like you know what I'm saying? Like you know how he'll put the silencer on his pistol and like you know.
No, it's I don't know how much '90s country you listen to. Let's check in on Tim too. Tim, did you figure it out? I believe he has.
What?
Have you figured it out yet?
Yeah, kind of.
What was it?
Oh, yeah. No, it was about the rubber ducks thing. The AA team here is looking for a new PA announcer, and they put it on a statement or something. But what's weird to me is that they want you to send a video. I'm like, why did you need a video? Why can't I just send audio? So I have all kinds of conspiracy theories now about why they want video.
Yeah, well, maybe they want to see who is doing it. Maybe it's the guy who does like the "Hey everybody, this is gonna be Bat Run." That's what a public service announcer is.
You know what? I just came to a revelation.
It's the guy who announces everything. You know, the batters, the lineups, and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
And it's in a AA game in Akron, every other pitch you go, that foul ball was brought to you by Luigi's. That's every foul ball.
I just came to a revelation, guys. You know what?
Oh,
and I try not. Honestly, I try not to hate anybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like, you know,
well, Mexicans out here. Pulse, are you serious? Or?
No, listen. Right. I'm not ashamed of the fact that I like country and western and metal.
Okay.
No, but it's like
I like it.
No, I tell people this, and they'll be like, "I could have sworn you were a fan of rap." I'm like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, that's. I wonder where that came from.
I wonder where.
They wouldn't happen to look like us, would they, Pulse?
Exactly.
Yeah. Not you guys. No, you guys are fully evolved. But there's a lot of people around Texas. I tell them I'm a fan. They'll be like, "Okay, name some artists," and I'll be like, "Okay, I like."
They challenge you. No, you don't. You don't like country. Just
I'll be like, I
get one back.
I like William McCullough. I like Chris Stapleton. They'll be like, "Wow, you know their names?" I'm like, "Yeah, man."
That's funny. Although that is the Houston education system for the whites. They're all dumb down there anyway.
I pledge allegiance to George Strait. Yeah.
And I will be in Amarillo by morning. But what I was going to say, Pulse, is to describe how I get ready for work. Do you remember Mark Chestnut?
Ooh. Where do I
he had
know
a song
that name
called
from?
Sure Is Monday.
Okay.
That song describes how I get ready for work every single day almost. And I haven't drank on a weekday in a very long time. But sure as Monday where it's just like, oh my fucking God, I can't believe I have to do this shit again. That's how I get ready. And then I go out into the world and kill things and go into Amish country like I did today. It was fun.
I'm working on a AI country album right now. I've been working on it pretty hard, actually.
You should be.
I found out that I can do more editing on the laptop through Sudo, and I didn't know that. So, that's helping some. Also, it's hard. It's country / southern rock, and sometimes it gets kind of heavy. So I'm having a hard time picking 12 songs because I believe an album should have exactly 12 songs. That's my theory. That's of the ideal amount of songs on an album is 12.
Okay.
11's not enough. 13's too many. 12 is the ideal number. So I'm not letting myself go more than 12, but it's hard because I have like double that in ones that I like. So I'm trying to think. I'm like, all right, if I get this one, do I have to put this one in?
Down.
I'm having a hard time. So, but pretty soon I'm gonna work on that, and I keep doing new versions of the songs because I also it's hard. I wish I could make them sound like they were all mixed together, but you can't. So that's unfortunate. So, so the volumes are sometimes different. That's a little annoying, but I don't know. It's gonna sound pretty decent. It's gonna be.
I like it.
Yeah. And some of the songs are really good. So
I heard a mashup today. It was System of a Down and Say It Ain't So.
Yeah, I heard that.
With Toxicity, and I was like, that's actually fucking pretty good. Not gonna lie.
I like DJ Cumberbund. He's the master of things that shouldn't be mixed together, and he's awesome. If you haven't checked out DJ,
I like Ruin This Song a lot.
Those are funny, but DJ Cumberbunds are great because they're like you should never mix them together, but he's really good at it. So you're like, fuck, how does this work? Like it always works, and it's my.
Are either of y'all a fan of Seven Dust?
Yes, and we'll get to that. But I was just gonna say
I've seen Seven Dust actually.
Me too. My favorite DJ Cumberbund mix is the one where he mixed Holy Diver and Living La Vida Loca, and
I have heard that. Yeah, I have heard that.
I'm sure I've said that to you. Anyway, yeah, Seven Dust is great. I think Seven Dust is fantastic. I think Seven Dust is one of the most underrated bands, and they have a pretty big fan base. So to be saying they're underrated, meaning like they should be one of the biggest, because they're so good. Every time I'm like, oh shit, there's new Seven Dust music. I'm like, fuck, it's always great.
Only thing I know about them is they got a black dude in the band.
They do. His name is LaJean Witherspoon.
He can belt it the fuck out, dog.
He's a great
singer.
Oh,
he's the lead singer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
he's the guy that
like a jack dude with dreadlocks, the lead singer. He's awesome.
Yeah, dude. He's fucking I liked him in Short Hair Day too, when he had just like the short kind of shit going on during like the Enemy days and stuff. Those were
his name
fantastic.
Is LaJean Witherspoon.
Okay.
Yeah, he's fucking
awesome. Which sounds like a glue guy for the Rockets or something. Like LaJean Witherspoon coming off the bench.
Power forward, LaShaw.
But anyway, they're good. I saw them once at Rock and the Range like 2008. But they're gonna be at that crazy White Dad Fest in Wisconsin with Nickelback and Creed and live. And actually, I don't want to go to a festival. And I'm like, fuck, that'd be fun. because the audience that was there, like it'd be kind of fun to hang out with that audience for 2 days.
It's like instead of the When We Were Young festival, it's the Because We're White festival.
Yeah, that's
fucking. And Nickelback and
like the people I talk about in the sad uncle running the bases bit I do. That's that whole festival.
Yeah, dude.
That's the music equivalent of that.
That was my second evolution after fucking Mushroom Head.
What, Nickelback?
Like I got into like Seven Dust and fucking Nickelback and Creed.
I like all those bands other than Nickelback. I'm sure Nickelback will be fun live, but like I don't. I would see him at the festival, but other than that, not really. But like, no, dude, I told you forever that Nickelback. Hold on. I had a great analogy. Hold on. What was it? I don't know. It was
Nickelback is
Nickelback's lyrics are so bad, so that's why I have a problem with people comparing Nickelback and Creed, because Creed's lyrics are deep and shit.
I'm not saying Nickelback is better than Creed. I just love Nickelback.
That's fine. You're allowed to, but I'm telling you why I don't.
I only know one of their songs.
They just suck. No, they're really good at making hits. They're really good at making catchy songs.
You know a few, Pulse.
Nickelback?
No, I know that one. I've been down to the bottom of every bottle.
Yeah, that's how you remind me. Yeah.
You watch Monday Night Raw, right?
Huh?
You watch Monday Night Raw, right?
On occasion, sure.
Do you remember the song where it was like, "We're going out tonight. We get down on the line.
Is that them?
Yeah, that's Nickelback.
Oh, okay. Well, then I stand corrected. I know 2 Nickelback songs.
You probably
know more
than
those
that,
2 Nickelback songs.
You don't know Photograph?
Look at this photograph.
No.
Never even seen the meme for it, Pulse? Man, you must have better memes. God damn it.
See, that's the thing. I can name multiple Creed songs. I can only name now 2 Nickelback songs.
Ray, you sent me a video today that I did watch, and it was a guy picking his monster, and every time he touched a monster, a different song played.
I felt attacked on the white monster.
Well, that's the thing. That's the only one that I ever used. I'm like, this is kind of a dumb video. And then he grabbed the white sugar-free monster, the only one that I ever used to drink, and it played Creed, and I'm like, fuck, nailed it. He nailed it.
When they did the Nickelback for the green top one, I was like, you son of a bitch. Because that's what I drink now. And I'm like, I like Nickelback. Especially after that fucking Ryan Reynolds video where he was just like an unwavering success. And I'm like, that's the Chad Kroger I want in life. Just fuck all of you. I'm rich. It's great. Oh, I love it. But no, I want to go to Dad Fest too. I want to go to White Dad Fest.
I love that it's in
Wisconsin. Yeah. I'm like, you could have done it in Colorado and made it so much more white.
Sounds like something that would have been the same place they're doing the fucking Juggalo thing.
No, that's Columbus, actually.
I know where Thornville is, but I just
I might go this year.
I do think it was funny, Ray. I want you to make a formal presentation about why I should go with you to the gathering of the Juggalos, and I want you to do it on the show. I want to have slides. I want you to actually put time and effort into this. No, I just think it would be hilarious for you to have it has to be like formal, like a slideshow, like a PowerPoint.
I don't want to have to do a fucking PowerPoint, Tim.
But it would be funny.
It would be. I'll have it on your desk by tomorrow morning. All right.
Which means never and race me.
No, Thursday. Because I do want to go. I want to go to the gathering of Juggalos. I've seen ICP in the greater Detroit area.
I at least want a pros cons list.
Pros.
I know all the cons.
You get to feel better about yourself walking around.
I'd have a good time. I feel
Thornville, Ohio.
I'd walk around in the heat for 10 minutes and be like, this is not worth the haha that I get.
I'd rent an RV for the weekend so we'd have air conditioning at least.
It wouldn't be worth it.
I
don't. The thing is, I don't want to go to any festival. I mean, I would go to the one in Wisconsin because of how ridiculous it is, but that's about it. But I don't want to go to Wisconsin and how much money I'd have to spend again.
Yeah,
I ended up spending like.
Well, could save that, Tim. Go Wild Pass.
Ray, you broke up. I have no idea what you said.
I said Frontier Go Wild Pass.
Just drive Wisconsin. Okay.
It's like I think like a 12-hour drive.
Probably, depending on where you're going. I don't know.
But no, yeah, that's something I definitely want to. I want to do the gathering, bro. I want to go to the gathering of the Juggalos.
It's on you. I just listen. If it was inside or like in the fall, maybe it's I don't want to go to any festival. In that one, I would just go there for the spectacle, and I would have in about half an hour I'd be tired of it. So yeah, I couldn't handle a whole day. Like I could do a drive-by. Can I just like just hang out? Is there a pass for like 15? Is there a 15-minute pass? That's all I want. Who all plays there? Like a bunch of like underground white rappers?
Whatever happened to drive-in movie theaters?
There's one by me that's been there 100 years.
Does anybody go to it?
Yeah. I mean, it's still open. Yeah, it does pretty well. I haven't been there
My
in a few
uncle told
years,
me back in the day. He said back in his day, they used to sneak people in. They would actually hide somebody in the trunk.
Have I not told this story? I've done that.
Really?
Yeah, when we were in high school, probably maybe just out of high school. I remember stopping a mile from the drive-in, my two buddies getting in my trunk and me driving through and paying for a carload, which is paying $5. And they got in my trunk for a mile to save $5 each.
Yeah, I'm too claustrophobic for that, and plus I feel like somebody would forget about me. But no, I think that they should bring back the drive-in movie theaters, man. To be honest with you.
Well, like I said, there's one. I'm looking it up right now. The one by me is called Lynn Drive-In. It's like 15 minutes for me. It's I'm trying to think. History. Here we go. How long it's been there? It opened in 1937, and it's been open every year since 1937.
The drive-in by you?
Yeah, and it's in Strasbourg. Yeah, I haven't been there in a while. I need to take my nieces there. I mean, I saw. What did I see there? Star Wars Episode 1, and a lot of other stuff. But you go, and I mean, I haven't been there in a while, so it's been over a decade. So I don't know what it is now. I'm sure you can tune in with your phone, but it used to be you tuned in with the radio dial. I'm sure you should still do that.
It's probably still the same.
Yeah, I'm sure there's another option now too. But like, and then they also had speakers coming out of the ground.
But Tim, Gathering of the Juggalos, Tim. Okay.
No.
Should be in Garrettsville, Ohio, where it started for the 25th anniversary. Should be at Nelson's Ledges, where all the druggies go, and they fucking do it there and siphon all of Garrettsville's power. That's how it goes.
Well, have you been to this place in Thornville? I drove by it once. It's kind of the same thing.
Is it? It's like out of the way kind of thing?
It's Thornville's, yeah. It's in the middle of nowhere. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't been there, but I know the location, and it's in the middle of nowhere. Like
I want to spend all 3 days just completely.
That's where Ray's gonna find his future wife at the gathering of the Juggalos. You're gonna have a Juggalo wedding. Oh my gosh, yes! And I'm gonna have to wear
popsicle. This is her girlfriend or her girlfriend Candy. I'm gonna be with both of these.
Ray's gonna make his groomsmen wear the makeup.
Yes, you would.
I would say no to you. Like, I do not want to be a groomsman. Thank you, but no thank you.
Why you be that? Why you be hating, fam? Why you be hating? We're trying to whoop whoop, and you being all not fresh and shit.
That's not just for the Juggalo wedding. That's for any wedding. Just to let you know, I will come, but I will not be in your wedding. I'm not doing that.
Hey,
I'm not going to be part of someone ruining their life to marry you.
I missed the UFC.
These are all jokes, by the way. Jokes. These are all.
I missed the UFC. Did y'all see Henry Cejudo get poked in the eye?
Twice. Mm-hmm. Twice he got poked in the eye. Got kicked close to the cup one time as well. But got 2 eye pokes. I watched it today because I got off work super early, which thank God, because I didn't really want to do anything after I drove to Amish country. But
did SONG Yadong level up, or did Cejudo fall off? Which one is it?
It's for this one. You kind of have to look at it as we don't know. Even though SONG Yadong won a technical decision, I think it was called, because Herzog called it in the beginning of the 4th round. Called time and then went to the judges' scorecards for the 3 rounds that had happened. It just
a shitty way for a main event to end. I mean, it's better than a no contest, but it's not great.
That's going to get overturned to a no contest, though.
It may if he fights it.
Which he should.
It depends. I mean, one of the weirdest things about MMA, and we've talked about it a bunch, is that every state has their own commission, so every state can do whatever the hell they want. So it's really up to the Washington Commission, which I know nothing about. So, if it was Las Vegas, I'd say they have a shot. If it was Ohio, I'd say I have no idea.
You would hope. I mean, you would hope that Washington would be smart enough to fucking have that be the thing, right? I mean,
well, I mean, the thing is with that is they went to the cards for everything that happened before then, right? So it's not like, I don't know. I'm sure they will review it at the very least, but who knows? But that I watched a couple of those fights. I watched Simone flatline that dude, Ricky Simone.
Oh, I didn't see that one. I did see the
face planted some Afghani dude.
Which one? I saw the Silva knockout. That was even as brutal as that. I mean, he fucking just cracked him and stood over him like, are you gonna call it? Like, are we done? It was wild, dude.
It's one of those cards that had finishes at the bottom, and then the top was also decisions. And
with the exception, though, I mean, that Rob Font fight, which I have to say, Rob Font is trying to typecast himself as a Puerto Rican gangster in movies. Like, him bald, he looks 50 years older. He doesn't look 38 and didn't really fight like he was 38 either. Like, he really put a fucking whooping on that kid in the second and third round. I mean, we all
know that with sports science, today's sports 38 is not 99's 38 and 99. You're basically dead. So
I did like Rob kind of put his hand out to like tap the dude's glove and then 1-2'd him right in the face. And the kid had his hands down. I was like, God damn, dude, and he stunned him.
What do you think the etiquette is? Like how long you're allowed to hit somebody after the glove touch? I'd say it's 2 seconds. Full 1, 2.
Yeah, literally hand on, hand off, boom. Like that's how it should be. And Rob Font did not waste time.
I think you gotta wait. You gotta do touch 1,000, 2 1,000, then you can hit him. All right, you can't go touch, boom, boom. They can't be part of your 3-piece.
It's the fucking what was the Floyd Mayweather fight where he knocked that one kid out who had his hands down. Thought like the round was over and he fucking punched him right in the face. Like, yeah, dude, it was
someone
rocky.
Who's been punched after the bell that I have evidence of. I don't love it. Also, like we talked before, you can see it on that video, and I'm not happy because it was kind of goofy, but I did wave off the glove touch. But me getting hit after the bell is kind of the reason why I waved off the glove touch because I was afraid. I was afraid maybe because I knew he was going to try to knock me out. I'm like, I don't want to let him get close to me automatically. So it was not a sportsmanship thing at all. I guess it was a strategy thing. But at the end, he's like, "Oh, I thought you were like talking shit because you wanted to." This. I'm like, had nothing to do with that at all. So because he wouldn't shake my hand after the fight at first, and that was hilarious because I don't know. Did you see in the video how pissed Andrew was? That was hilarious, actually.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
I thought he was gonna get in there.
Even after the fight, it's over, dog. Tim's getting yelled at by his mom. And thank you guys for watching Bro Plata. We do appreciate it. People on Kick as well. Thank you for being with us. All the robots that watch us on the Kick. We appreciate y'all and hope y'all enjoy our show. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, do all the things. Do the things, guys. Make us happy. And shit.
My mother is complaining that a 4-year-old drew a penis on the porch. He was 4 years old. He thought that he said it was a shovel. Now, did it look like a penis? It looked like an eggplant. The joke was made that it looked like a penis, but he said, "Look, it's a shovel." I'm like, all
right. Did she bring you upstairs for it? Like what?
Well, she just yelled down at me like, "Well, Joe, that penis sounded like that." And that once number one, it didn't. It was just. It looked like an eggplant, but he just and he told us it was a shovel. A friend of mine resells clothes, and I told her she could have a bunch of my old shit that hasn't fit me in like a decade. So she came over and got it. And then she was a 4-year-old kid that was with her, and then he like grabbed a piece of chalk that was sidewalk chalk. That was
we're being corrected, but it's a good time to like, share, subscribe, do the things you need to do to make sure Bro Plata is alive, everybody.
She's like, why don't you take a picture and let them be the judge of it?
I'm
not going up there to take a picture of the penis.
That's hilarious on many different fucking
levels. It looks like, it doesn't look like an eggplant, but he was 4 years old. And he's like, it's a shovel. I'm like, oh, all right. But anyway, she came over, got the clothes, and her son did that with your sidewalk chalk out because my nieces were using it, and then he drew that, and she's like, well, he drew a dick on your side on your porch. I'm like, that's the perfect eggplant. He's like, it's a shovel. I'm like, okay, yeah, all right, I see it. Funny. But yeah,
that's hilarious.
Why is there a dick on my porch? Yeah, so
that's going in the intro. 50-50 will be the end cap to that. Why is there a dick? I'm gonna also put that in the sound. Why is there a dick in my a dick on my porch?
Why is there a dick on my porch?
You sound like pissed off Mickey. Oh, what is that? There's a penis in my porch. Oh. Goofy, was that you again?
Although I will say that she went and got the clothes and we went outside and her kid was up by the pool. I mean, she's like, oh no. I'm like, maybe we should have kept an eye on him. Man,
you T County people just free roam their children.
Well, luckily that pool is frozen solid. So. Even if he did get in there, it probably would have been all right. Although that would have been a horrific day if it was.
Oh, fuck. I did that. I did a show at a brewery, Tim, on Friday.
Okay.
You know how like those can be, right?
No, they're hit or miss, sure.
I mean, you did one. You had a lot of people at yours.
Breweries can be awesome. Like I know there's people that just tour breweries. They could be great. Sometimes better than dive bars because you figure like it's a little uppity, a little fancier. Sometimes you might get a better crowd, you know. But like any bar, it can be hit or miss.
Yeah, and I did one at this place years ago with our friend Chad Zumach and Chuck Booms. When it was under a different management and everything. And that show was chaotic to say the least, but a lot of people were there for it and it was fun. We actually had like a back green room that we could hang out in, which was kind of cool. And drink tickets, Tim. Drink tickets. Drunk Ray made an appearance.
How to make the comedian feel like a king. Green room and free alcohol. Just that, and that's enough.
You
don't even have to pay him money. You give him a
I got
room
paid.
And drinks.
I got paid, luckily.
There you go.
I'll tell you off air about.
Was that one that you showed me the video of?
Yeah, the DUI story, which is up on my Instagram and my Facebook.
What was going on with that format? Why was there guys standing behind you? That's weird, very, very strange to me.
I'm
not a fan of that ever. I'm not a fan of anyone else facing the audience when the comedian is on the stage and they even kill Tony. Like it's weird to me. I don't.
They're the guys that run the Abraham Drinking podcast out here, and they were the ones that.
Hold on. Say the name one more time.
Abraham, as in the biblical name, Drinking podcast. Tim's apoplectic. He doesn't know how to handle this. He's just like he's questioning life, it looks like right now. Like he doesn't want it, folks. He doesn't want that smoke.
How about our fattest president, Governor William Draft? It's the companion podcast.
When I go on, because I've asked to be on the show, I will offer that. Did you guys not think of like the William Draft podcast?
Hold on, let's see if let's pull up the whole list of presidents to see if there's any more we can make here. Hold on.
But shout out to Greg Gresco and the boys, or George Gresco and the boys, for having me and 10 comedians on the show.
It's too many comedians.
Too many, way too fucking many. And even I told George that
was like a 3-hour show. Who didn't tell them not to do that?
And everybody was doing 10 minutes.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, it should have been like 7 at the most.
I mean,
also, you're in a wind tunnel. What's going on?
If it's tight,
no, how's the audio?
It's never tight.
Kind of. You can hear a fan or something. What were you saying, Paul? Tim? Sorry.
William Howard Draft. Anyway,
it should be our new podcast.
How about Calvin Coolidge? All right.
The Calvin Coolidge podcast actually does come off good.
Calvin Coolidge.
Fuck. Can't think of any more presidents.
I got the whole list here, but there's not a whole lot here.
Like Eisenhower, there's really nothing for that. Eisenbrower, that doesn't work.
Okay, you know the 30-man Royal Rumble.
Yes,
I've heard of it, but no, not really.
They have the women's Rumble, right?
Uh-huh.
They should have an all-women. They should have an all-women match, and it should be in honor of the late Sensational Sherry. They should call it the Sensational Invitational.
Well, they had the Mae Young Classic for a while. I know that was like a thing for women when they were going through that whole diversity bullshit.
I always got Mae Young and Fabulous Moolah mixed up.
I'll never forget Mae Young as long as I live, because she was, besides Sable, one of the only pair of tits I'd ever seen in my life.
Is she the one that took him out on TV?
Yeah, live pay-per-view.
No, one of them had a one of them had a hand by Mark Henry. It was
that was Mae Young. Yeah.
Oh.
Do you remember, Pulse? Do you remember when Mae Young pulled her tits out on live television?
No, but I'm glad I didn't. For the sake of my eyes, I'm glad I didn't see that.
I was watching that pay-per-view with my dad and my mom. Yeah.
Okay, this is proof that karma exists. Everything that's happening to Vince McMahon is karma for all the things that he's done in life. Like, he's made more people kiss.
What are you talking about? He was at the Super Bowl with The Undertaker, and he's thinking about starting another fucking wrestling promotion again.
See, how is that? Okay, I bet it's because Trump pardoned him, because he's friends with the president. Because
nobody pardoned him. It's just the things went away, the lawsuits.
No, I could have sworn I remember hearing a report that he was pooping on people.
Yeah, he was shitting on people, but I mean, the charges were dropped.
See, that's proof. When you're rich, you can get away with anything.
Yeah, you have influence and power like he does. A multinational fucking billionaire, dude. Like Vince doesn't have they don't have literal shit on Vince. I mean, it's fucking hilarious. Like, he got away again. This motherfucker.
It's not fair.
It's life. Right.
And Trump's the same way too. Trump is
Don't get Ray started. I'm not going to be able to handle it. Don't get him started.
Let me ask you guys this question. Serious question. Do you think in his lifetime Donald Trump has made more money or more enemies?
Enemies,
for sure. The logical brain is enemy. Yeah, the logical brain is enemies. I mean, he has made shit tons more enemies than thing, but he's
also not as rich as people. He wasn't.
How is it possible that he can just come out smelling like roses on everything that they throw at him? Is my question.
I told you he's Teflon Don. He's Teflon Donald.
He's the country's third black president. Like it's amazing.
I'm out. Take me off the screen and give me back when you guys are done with this.
It's Clinton and Obama before him.
He's Teflon Donald. Bullets bounce off his neck. He can do whatever he wants. He like seriously. He can do whatever he wants.
I kind of like it. I like that. I was a McGregor fan, so I get attracted to the man with tiny rubber bands on his hands who does this. I'm a fan.
I've been trying to say that we should have called this the Brover Cleveland podcast for the last 10 minutes, and you guys keep changing the subject.
No, you know what? I gotta say this.
I'll do it for one show.
I hate to be that person.
Man, I'm looking real kind of close right now.
Whenever, I'm just gonna say it. You can call me a social justice warrior all you want, but it's the truth. Whenever a famous black person flexes his money, like Floyd Mayweather, it never sits well with the public. But when a white person does it, it's okay.
That's 100% true. I mean, I mean, not every time, but that happens a lot. I was
about to say certain sects of white population. Yes.
When has people been pissed at a white person for doing it? Not often. Not often.
No. One of the greatest promos in the history of
wrestling. We're not saying you personally, Ray. We're not saying that.
You should look it up. In my opinion, arguably the greatest promo ever is Ric Flair's Baltimore promo, where he starts. I can't screen share it because I'm at work, but if you could show it, it is, and I acknowledge it is great.
Was he getting drunk at the bar at the Hilton?
No.
Marriott.
Marriott, that's right.
He was wearing a Hugo Boss suit, and he starts stripping down. Oh, I wish I was in front of my laptop. I would screen share. It actually is great, but he starts pulling out a wad of hundreds, throws it in the crowd.
Yeah, I mean I love that, and some people don't. I love if you're rich and you come from fucking absolutely dick, it's fucking awesome. If you're like Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, or any of those, you can fuck off. Because their parents and family had like as much fucking power as Trump ever did. But
it was fine for him.
They're philanthropists.
Like, fine for him to do that. But Pac-Man Jones did every weekend. He got arrested.
Donald Trump was never poor. He never knew what it was like to struggle. He was born rich.
But do you think he would have gotten a $2 million loan from his dad? I do not. I think it would have been sort of, I gave you the money, dickhead, and you fucking blew it. That's it.
I don't think any of us three would have fucked up on $1 million. I don't think we would have. I mean, maybe 10 years ago, maybe 15 years ago, definitely. But today, not today.
No.
Today I'd be like, all right, I'll get some real estate. Let's just not fuck this up, right? Although part of me would be like, dude, buy a comedy club, buy a comedy club, buy a comedy. But I would know better, you know.
Yeah, I think honestly we should just hate the fucking billionaire class, all of us as a whole that make, less than $200,000 a year. Well, no, 500,000 because even 200,000 is not a lot anymore in certain places of the country.
We can't rather.
It's them, not us.
They're running the country. We can't.
No, they've been running the country for fucking 25 years now.
They've been running it for a very long time. However, now it's just more obvious. They're more upfront about it now. They're very upfront about it now. They're most upfront they've ever been about it. What I was gonna say something.
George Soros.
I know someone who is in the top 1%. I don't want more than one person, but one person specifically I'm talking about who found out they're in the top 1% of earners in America, and they don't even make that much money. Like, I mean, they make a lot more than like a lot of people. That I wouldn't say they were rich, and they're in the top 1% of earning. That's just how ridiculous it is.
Yeah, and that's just in the country. In the world, technically, you're in the fucking top 1%, Tim. I mean, that's if you look at statistics, we're one of the richest fucking countries to pay anything to anybody. Pulse right now, working at a liquor store is fucking in the top 1 in the world.
All right, let's all gather like $1,200 and move to Zimbabwe or some shit. And
I was thinking like Thailand or the Philippines to get some Thai boxing in.
Everybody's talking about moving to Thailand or like
I know somebody.
What's the other place?
He's from
Where's
here.
Indonesia or something like that? Because
I know a guy who I've known since high school.
Mm-hmm.
He's the guy who got me into comedy. His name's Dylan Teeter. Shout out Dylan Teeter. But he moved to Thailand a few years ago to teach English, and then he stopped teaching English, and he just does like voiceover work, freelance,
Nice.
on like Fiverr and shit. But he still lives in Thailand. He's like, I'm not leaving Thailand. So he loves Thailand. I would like to go there. And the thing is, like, I always think of now, and it's Ray's fault that when I feel like, I can go on a trip, I'm like, okay, I'm going back to Vegas. This is Ray's fault, by the way.
It is, yeah. I've given you the addiction, and mine's gotten worse over because this will be trip 5, Tim. This will be the 5th trip ever.
There's people that have gone like 60 times, and they're like, it's not that weird. Optimistically cynical says, I was thinking about picking up a Filipino wife, but they have a 2% tariff. I think that's bad. Try to marry a chick from Toronto right now.
Ooh.
I'll say this, Ray, although it disappointed me a bunch. There's been times in the history of the world, in world sports, like remember when we weren't alive, but when Jesse Owens and the Americans cleaned up at the Olympics in Berlin, right? We crushed all the Nazi athletes. We crushed them, right? That in 1980, this is when a bunch of kids, college kids, beat the all unbeatable Soviets in Lake Placid in 1980. Like that was supposed to happen. It was more about sports. That was just supposed to happen. I actually believe that Canada was supposed to beat us the other night. I think this was one of those. It's like the world said, the universe said, this one, Canada needs this one, and it was a great game. I watched the rest of it after Thursday night, and we lost in overtime to Canada. But thinking about it, I'm like, they needed this one. I feel like this is their time. Like that, the universe said Canada needs to beat the U.S. this time. And something.
You're getting rid of Fidel Castro Jr. Here's the Four Nations Cup. Thank you.
Sure.
Again, I love it. Yeah, I love the idea of that.
Well, I love how well it went. And people are, I forget what they said the tickets cost. They were insane. Like people, it's like it became life or death real fast. And it's just like it's a new tournament they just made up in the middle of the NHL season, and they're like, no, this means everything now, and that's awesome. And that's what the World Baseball Classic feels like. And people who think it doesn't obviously don't pay attention. What was that guy's name? What is this fucking name? The guy he used to be on CNN and shit, and he's on ESPN. Keith Olbermann.
Yeah, he's no longer on ESPN.
Okay, but anyway, he's been back and forth for years. He'll probably be gone for 3
Twitter
more years
now because he's a fucking psycho. But
I like him in sports. Although he does have some weird opinions, but I find him entertaining on SportsCenter and shit. I loved him on SportsCenter, but
he's far from that now.
I remember him bitching about the World Baseball Classic, calling it meaningless exhibition games. I'm like, listen to the stadium. Like, what makes something meaningless? Because it doesn't. There was 60,000 people who didn't get the memo.
He's got a very myopic look on a lot of things, where it's just he looks at it because he doesn't get it. Nobody else should get it. And I hate people like that. I hate people like that on a lot of things, sports especially. Like, I don't like basketball, but I'm not going to say the NBA is dumb. I'm just going to say the game is dumb itself, or that fucking football is too slow because it's a stop-start every 2 fucking seconds. But yeah, Olbermann is just meh. I don't like, because he just looks at it from his perspective, nobody else's. And the way your hair is right now, you look like you're about to be the lead singer in an emo band, and I fucking love it.
Right, I was about to say, just like a dream.
Tonight's the night I will fall for you.
I said, look like I'm about to go to a bunch of addict meetings that I don't need to go to with Edward Norton, just for my own entertainment. I'm going to start going to like, what did she go? She would go to like cancer survivor meetings and shit, just like
Marla, or
whoever, the the Botham Carter woman.
Helen Bonham Carter. Yeah, Marla in Fight Club. Yeah, like she would just go to those things, even though she wasn't. She was like what do they call it? Like a leech or a hanger on or something like that.
Yeah.
A tourist. Tourist is what he called her. Sometimes that can be fun. I'll avoid AA because it's too sad. Like I don't want those stories.
They're all too sad. Which ones aren't sad? Probably what is it? Anger management or like Anger People Anonymous or whatever.
Yeah, anger management would be fun to watch. That would be
Ray. Just give it a cup. I'll give it a year or so. You'll be court mandated.
I don't know, especially if I move out to Vegas. I don't know. It might happen.
Sounds like a terrible idea for you. I don't know if that's good.
I think it will be a good idea just because, like, I
already moved and came back once, so what's the big deal?
Yeah, but I'm not going to gamble once I'm out there all the time because that's dumb. Like, why? I'll go eat good food and, like, hang out at dive bars.
I don't want to be poor out there. You know, that's why I go there on vacation. You know, I don't want to like, live there and be like, oh, I can't spend money today.
That's why you find a chick while you're out there. Talk her up.
You know that, Ray. You know it's zero interest in that.
I have all the interest in moving out to Vegas. All the interest, Tim. I want it to be where I die. Just
this sounds awful.
Laid out in the desert sands. Like the hourglass.
Like Evan Tanner. You just walk to find yourself and never come back.
Go full Jim Morrison with it. Just walk until I find the Indian. It's going to be there.
Where did Ray go? I don't know. The last text I got for him is I can't find my vape. Where's my vape? I'm going to go find my vape. That was the last text I got from Ray, and then we never saw him again.
You just see me following an eagle in the fucking desert. It's a sign.
We find you're there dried out and dead, and then we find about 60 yards away was your vape. Like, oh, you almost got it.
Yeah. The eagle had it
this whole time. He was just following the vape. Let me say,
that actually would be a fun sketch.
Fire and Killius are doing a new mic in
okay. I won't be invited, so that's fine.
What do you mean? No, that's not true. It says I don't think it's a showcase. I think you just sign up. But the first one is Monday, and I'm going to be up there the next Monday, so I might go to that on this would be the 10th. You have to do new stuff, only new stuff. And then if whoever has the best 5 minutes gets $50. I don't really care about that, but forcing me to write new stuff, I like that idea.
Yeah, that idea is good. I don't want to have to like do a contest format for new stuff.
Just leave. Like I probably won't stay the whole time either.
Yeah, I don't like. It's a good concept, but
anyway, I'll probably be there on the 10th. But the 11th, I'm going to the Cavs game. That's 2 weeks from today. So just so you know, I won't be here on the 11th because I'm going to the Cavs game.
Okay.
And next Tuesday, Rick Adon is going to be on.
Yes, told me that. I put in an email for Chuck Haskell as well, and I'll probably message Truck tomorrow as well before I go out to do my show in fucking Middleburg Heights that I got booked on. Or is that next week? I think it's next week. No, it's this week. Fuck. Damn it.
Also, you have an opportunity to do something really funny, and I hope you don't fuck it up. Whatever you plan on doing for the Cleveland Comedy Awards, if you are accepting an award for Marty, you can't fuck that up. You got to make sure you do something good.
Oh, I already have an outfit in mind that I have to go thrift shopping for. But yeah, I know that I'm gonna cry, even if I have to like take Visine to my eye every time. I'll fucking do it right in front of everybody and just do I'm out of emotions.
I think it would be a great time for you to talk about your politics. I think that'd be hilarious. You just piss everybody off for 3 minutes.
There is no white privilege.
Racism isn't real.
That is true, but white privilege is not a thing. It's just not. Racism does exist, but again, white privilege, it's just privilege, and those people have the money, and we all need to rise up against those fucking people.
Thoughts and opinions of Ray Hotclack are not necessarily those of Tim Danko. Actually, there probably aren't those of Tim Danko in most situations.
That one though, you're for just rise up against the rich. I always thought that'd be a good one. Like anybody making $1 million or more,
we're about to do that anyway. That's gonna happen pretty soon.
You ain't lying. But whatever. It's the fall of the Republic. It's cool.
It's not cool. Yep. But I'm just trying to. What I'm doing is walking around in the fire, saying it's not a fire. It's fine. It might not be a fire. What do I know? Maybe it's not. If I don't look directly at it, it may just go away.
I'm sitting. I like to sit in the middle of the fire where the white part is, and just like
where the white part is. There. You're always sitting where the white part is.
It's white and blue.
There's no privilege there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Singing chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
You're rocking back and forth singing, I am a real American.
That's how you get full coverage. That's how you get full coverage of the balls, Tim. That's how you do it.
I saw the video of Hulk Hogan on McAfee. And he's like, yeah, I think I got booed because the political stuff. And McAfee's like, I don't think it's just the political stuff. Like, yeah, it's probably other stuff too. And he's like, yeah, it's probably other stuff too.
He is like, man, you want to talk about one of the biggest balls from grace,
Terry,
as from any fucking pro sports athlete. Hulk Hogan is probably the biggest, in my opinion, when it comes to like even like dudes doing coke in MLB. That's fucking nothing. Like
he almost has like that like Chevy Chase syndrome.
Yeah,
like he made it to normal people old age, and then we just kind of been like, oh, what happened to that guy? Oh, but if he would have died 20 years ago, he would have died a legend.
Randy Savage, fucking. He died 10 years ago now.
I'm not saying that's a good thing, but I'm just saying that that's something that happens. Like and like Chevy Chase is a good example, and so is Hulk Hogan.
It's wild, dude. And you would hear things about Hogan every once in a while that were kind of shitty and all this kind of stuff, but like, man, did they hide that well in pro wrestling? God, did they try to hold that well? Holy fuck!
What's that Canadian bit about? Oh. Kurt Cobain. It's like maybe he knew he was 2 years from making a Christmas album.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, that one hit a little harder than I expected. Okay.
Are you okay? Did you snot?
No, I just like all of a sudden a head rush just fucking got me. Yeah, man. Fucking what was I gonna say? No, yeah. Just like because I loved Hulk Hogan, dude. Like Hulk Hogan was everything. And then like the Bubba the Love Sponge shit, Gawker.
Dude, I can't to this day I can't believe he beat Gawker because it doesn't make sense that he beat Gawker.
Well, it does.
It feels like he won against the First Amendment.
It's
which I mean,
it's weird when you're working with.
And where was the money coming from, Ray? Where was the money coming from?
Probably Bubba the Love Sponge.
It was someone who had an interest on someone winning against the First Amendment. I don't know. I saw the documentary. It was all very strange.
I don't know. It's. To me, it's something like that where it's like supposed to be private or they say that's for somebody's use or anything like that.
No, listen, Gawker was a piece of fucking shit for doing it.
That's what
but legally, I don't understand why. I don't know.
There's got to be a gray area for fucking, sex tapes. Didn't Tommy and Pam sue the bodyguard that leaked the Pam and Tommy tape?
He wasn't a bodyguard, dude. He was a handyman who was doing some work on Tommy Lee's house, and then Tommy Lee was an ass and decided to fire him and not pay him. So he fucking broke into a safe and took his shit, and then realized he had a fucking sex tape on it.
No, who I'm thinking was Brett Michaels and fucking, I think, Pam Anderson. They had like a bodyguard that took that video or whatever.
Sure, that story's fucking wacky. That guy's still alive. His name's Rand something. He like grows weed somewhere now, but like he and no one believes him that he's the guy who leaked the tape. But yeah, he regrets it. You know, he fucked up those people's lives.
Yeah,
I think you feel bad about one of them, but yeah, that's not a great thing to do. And he used to do porn too. He did porn. And then he was doing porn, and he was a handyman, and then he stole the sex tape. Of course, he didn't know that there was a sex tape when he stole it. He just got into a safe and took a bunch of random shit, and then realized that he had a sex tape.
Hey,
that was the beginning of the internet too. So that was
the
first viral video.
Probably.
Anyway, that's interesting. They made a really good show about it on Hulu. And,
yeah, I saw that.
Pam Anderson hated it. She hated it, which of course she did. That makes sense. Why wouldn't she? I don't know. She was just in a movie. People liked. I didn't see it. The Last Showgirl, I think that was the name of the.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I
didn't even know she did it.
She's been around a lot lately. Like people really like that movie. Apparently, it got nominated for I don't know on Oscars or some other awards, because she's been around and now she looks like a normal however old she is, old woman now. You know, she's gone conservative. She scaled it all back. She looks like she should look at 60.
There's a website
for 60, but she.
There's a website called, and
Madonna, the opposite of Madonna.
God, no, nothing can be like that little alien from Detroit. But fucking, there's a thing. When I first heard it, I thought it was called Tanko, and it made me think of you.
Why would it?
But it's called Tango with a G, and they have Jenna Jameson doing ads for Tango. Where it's like, I'll see you there. And my first thought is, no, you fucking won't. Don't you lie to me like you did your whole fucking career, all right? I know you didn't enjoy those blowjobs that much.
I don't know. I've been getting getting some interviews with that British chick who broke the record for most dudes fucked in a day or whatever.
Isn't she pregnant now too?
No idea.
I think she said she was pregnant. That's fucking ew.
I hope that stops her from. I mean, at least while she's pregnant. Although it's you know what, she can do whatever the hell she wants. You know, I personally would not line up for that. That's not my thing.
The doctor comes in after the baby's born. It's a girl. What are you gonna call it? Marathon.
Pretty good. But the craziest thing is she has to get DNA tests from 20,000 dudes.
Yeah, I know. It was 10 or 1,000, I think.
Yeah, it was 1,000, which is, well, listen, I mean,
you have 1,000 to 1 odds of being the father of that.
That's a hell of a day, and I couldn't imagine.
Does Maury still do shit?
No idea, but it seemed like she enjoyed herself. So, listen, if that's your thing, I mean, who am I? Who am I to say you shouldn't be doing that? You can do whatever the fuck you want. Good for her. Good for her. I wouldn't be in the queue, as she calls it. Not my thing, but plenty of guys will. You don't need me.
Oh.
Now, if I was one of one for that day, probably yes, but not one of 1,000.
Yeah, like
If I got the whole day to myself, I'd be like, all right, I can handle this. This is okay. But one of 1,000, no thank. And plus, just the thought of like waiting in line,
like my young, brain, just because of like I know the like things that I did as a child. I've done a couple threesomes, never, I think 2 in my entire life. And then
I'm just picturing your threesome.
Well, it's exactly what you think.
It's all bread. It's all bread.
And I am the hot dog in between 2 comfy buns.
That's like a McDonald's cheeseburger right there. Where's the meat? It's in there somewhere.
Yeah. No, it's definitely like a fucking what was the name of the one in California? The fucking Sanford and Son Fat Burger. It's definitely a fat burger. It's some healthy pieces of beef, and then I like to be the sauce.
Whatever.
But no, yeah, I've never. Back in the day, I would have been like, I'll fucking join and wait. And now that I'm 35, I'm like, I'll just possibly stick to an annual threesome if I can get it. Like, I have such low sexual expectations anymore that it's like, can I just get laid? Like, that's all I need right now.
Like the guy who still goes to the orgy, but now he's more excited about the buffet.
Yeah, kind of.
Like you still go, you still participate, but you're like, I really go for Martha's cooking.
Yeah, Martha's behind the bar too, and she makes a hell of a White Russian.
Yeah.
Hell of a White Russian.
White Russians and pasta salad. Ray just walking around in a robe.
Yeah, I have a blue one that I've always wanted to wear to an orgy. I'm not gonna lie, it's a fuzzy robe.
When I think of guys that go to orgies, you literally pop into my head first because you seem like the type.
I couldn't pull off the mustache to be an orgy guy on the reg. Like that, like there is a certain stash that you have to have as an orgy guy, and I do not look good as a Vincent Price impersonator. Like I am no John Waters. Okay, I have a Selleck stash. Okay,
John Waters is a guy who doesn't have a great mustache, but he wore it so confidently that it became iconic.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
It's like that kind of when he started, like people were probably like, dude, that's not for you. That's not your look. Look at that pencil thing. No, that's no. But he wore it forever and it became iconic. So good for him. Selleck had a great mustache. That's different. Selleck has
Selleck stash.
Like I could shave right now and do an amazing mustache. I got a good mustache, but
I'm losing color. I'm losing color in my fucking facial hair.
I'm not close enough for the camera, but I have tons of white and gray in my facial hair.
Yeah, there's just all light through here, like blonde almost.
Oh yeah. You get like that. You get that like wrestler blonde that comes in.
Yeah.
You should just go full Scott Steiner and dye the whole thing blonde.
The big fat dump is your hookup. Holla if you hear me. Start wearing the chainmail fucking helmet thing you used to wear in WCW.
There was a year at the World Baseball Classic that Team Puerto Rico all dyed their facial hair blonde, and they all look like wrestlers.
Yeah,
Carlos Beltran was my favorite. Carlos Beltran looked like a straight wrestler.
If I start doing pro wrestling managing, which actually might happen, I'm looking into acquiring some contracts. So that might be.
You be a pro wrestling manager. I'll be the voice of the Rubber Ducks, and we'll both be happy for the first time in our life. This would have took the whole time.
I'm happy when I do this show, Tim.
Are you?
I am, yeah.
It's a strange happiness.
It is. Well, I mean, I like.
I'm so happy. I'm going to throw my laptop across the room.
Well, okay. That was, again, one of the darkest times in my life. And I was taking it out on everybody but myself. And finally I did and feel better. So I punished myself and we went from there. It wasn't like the dude from fucking Boardwalk Empire, but some whipping was involved. Some whipping.
What?
You ever seen Boardwalk Empire, Tim?
Yes, I watched like 3 seasons of it or something.
Oh, okay.
I didn't watch all of it. I kind of there's a handful of series like that I watched most of it, and then I just kind of like, that's enough of that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I finished Mad Men. It was good for a while, and then I was like, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Some places are like that, man. When I watched Oz, it took me every fiber in my being to watch 2 episodes a night. It was like I fought it, and then finally it was over, and I'm like, that's it. That's fucking it. You HBO series that never has an ending. Always.
I didn't realize this till relatively recently that Grey's Anatomy has been on for like 20 years. It's been on for like 15, I think.
Is it still on?
It's still on. Like it was big for a while, but it's just never gone off TV. It
came on after what, a Super Bowl one year?
I don't know. It's been on 15 years.
I remember it being advertised after like some major sporting event as like a lead into it.
Probably because its popularity has gone like this, but now it's like, down here, but still hovering, but it's still on. There's a woman on Celebrity Jeopardy that's been on that show for 15 years. I'm like, well, that's a heck of a job, though, as an actor. You get 15 years, you're on the same show. That's a heck of a job. But I'm like, yeah, I mean, I remember the first like year or two of it, but it's been 15 years, and I think the cast is like not all of it, but a lot of the cast. Like I know Patrick Dempsey was on it for a long time. I don't think he's been on 8 years.
Yeah, 19th season. It looks like
19th.
Yeah, it is the longest running scripted primetime show currently aired on ABC.
That's wild. That's even more than Sunny.
I'm trying to broadcast history. Okay,
that's wild.
Season 1.
19 years is insane. Or 19 seasons.
Let's call it. The first episode was A Hard Day's Night.
And I've been working like a dog.
Yeah, it's been on for 20 years, Tim. 20 fucking years.
It's 2005 was the first.
Yeah.
It's wild.
I'm trying to initial airing. The episode garnered 16.25 million viewers.
The producers were like, this is going to be on for 20 years. Yeah. Let's milk this cash cow for all it's worth. I mean, I feel like no show should go out over 10.
It depends. I mean, a medical show can go if it's still got legs.
No live shows. I don't think it even been good. Look what happened to The Walking Dead. People all gave up on Walking Dead.
Yeah, after episode 100, it was kind of downhill because Negan was what everybody wanted. Nobody gave a fuck after Negan, I think.
A lot of shows are like that. But I think like 7, 8 is like the sweet spot, right? I mean, like The Office and Parks and Rec and Brooklyn Nine-Nine were all like 7 or 8. But yeah, it's a sweet, and were all very, very, very successful shows. So eventually you got to be like, all right, that's enough. You can't do this forever because it all gets watered down and becomes less than what it used to be. That's it. I've watched watching a new show. It is a hospital show. It's on Max. It's called The Pit. Have you heard of this?
I've kind of heard of it.
It's a hospital drama set in a Pittsburgh hospital, like an inner Pittsburgh emergency room. And what I actually like about it is because all those hospital shows get real soapy, and this one does a bit, but the difference is this is like real time. So it's this whole season is one shift. So it's like I guess it's 12-hour shift, and it starts at 7 a.m. It's in real time. So
okay.
So it's all at the hospital, and I don't know. It's not that bad, but I learned something from one of the episodes that I didn't know, and I looked it up, and the first thing that came up was like, did you find this on The Pit, and now you're super interested in it? Here's a documentary about it.
Okay.
So here's a new segment. I want Pulse to be here for this. A segment called Black History from a Fat White.
Brought to you by the uncomfortable part of the Pittsburgh National History Museum, which is the slave boat that they make you walk through at a certain point in the thing. The Natural History Museum, Tim.
This is you know what? I believe you. I believe it's awful.
It's horror. You forget it's there until you walk through it, and then you're like, "Oh no, it's the thing," and you're like, "Shit."
Guilt. You see Ray just rocking back and forth, going, "What guilt isn't real? What guilt isn't real? What guilt
it can't hurt me if it's not real. It can't hurt me if I don't feel guilty." My ancestors moved here on a boat in 1911.
Anyway, this is a great story that I had no idea about. They didn't teach this in school. Maybe, you know what? It's not possible that they didn't. Not impossible that there wasn't a snippet in like this big of a snippet somewhere in a history book. I don't know. I don't remember learning about it, is what I'm saying. But the Freedom House Ambulance Service. They were the first EMTs in America. And a doctor, Dr. Saffer, he was German. They call him the father of CPR. He invented CPR, and he's seeing people die because they needed to get to the hospital, and the police, they had to call the police, and it wasn't much ambulances. There's police paddy wagons, and like maybe the cops will get you there, maybe they wouldn't. They definitely didn't do it in the inner city communities. People died, so he's like, you know what, we can fix this. We can train people off the streets to like know enough to keep these people alive. So she went to the Hill neighborhood in Pittsburgh, I think is what it's called, and a lot of unemployed young black men, and he trained them all up to be what we now call EMTs.
Squirrel Hill, you mean?
I don't know. Maybe. But they all, he trained them all up to be what we call now all call EMTs, and they saved a lot of people's lives. This was like in '67 to about. I think it went about 8 or 9 years, and it was great until the city decided they can make money off of it. So they decided to do it themselves, and they trained a bunch of white people instead. That's basically how it worked. They did hire the other people that originally because they're the only ones with the training, but then they kind of weaned them out slowly. But anyway,
you mean the dead weight?
It's not even funny. But anyway, Freedom House Ambulance Service. It was awesome. It was really cool. So I've been last couple of days I've been looking up a lot about it because it's really interesting. And
it just goes to show, Pittsburgh is less racist than Cleveland. It's fine.
And the greatest part is that these were all unemployed black men, and the doctor's like, yeah, you guys can figure this out. So he gave them all like, what they now call EMT training, and now it's they do it there's EMTs everywhere. But the fact that I had never really thought that there wasn't EMTs at one point. It's not like something I thought of, but there was.
Oh yeah,
I figured it probably started a lot earlier than 1967. I would have thought it was like in the 30s that they had ambulances and EMTs. I would have thought, but obviously they didn't. And CPR wasn't even invented then. So all of this was it's super interesting. In the pitch show, there's like a fictional character. It's like this old guy who is there's something going on with this pacemaker, and he keeps saying stuff like he knows what he's talking about as he's drifting in and out. And they're like, was he a doctor? And they kept asking like were you a doctor back then? He's like, no, I wasn't a doctor. And his son comes in and he's like, no, he was a mailman, but when he was young, he was an EMT for Freedom House. And the main character doctor is like, oh, this dude's a legend, and but then I looked it up and I'm like, yeah, that they were legends. That's fucking sweet. That was really cool. I never knew that, and that was a really cool, not just Black history, but American history. Yeah, and that's really cool. On the Freedom House ambulances, and there's a lot more to it. Everyone look up Freedom House Ambulance Service because it's really interesting. There's like a 30-minute PBS doc on it. That's really good.
Just don't go to the library because that's where they have all the lies at.
I try to be serious for like one time ever and try to like give a really profound story.
I can't do it, Tim. I get uncomfortable in serious moments.
And just not only are you taking a shit, but you're taking a really like big, steamy, unfunny shit. Like there's one thing if you like nailed the joke, but it's not only do you decide to put a joke on it, you put a terrible joke on it. Like if you're gonna ruin the moment, you gotta fucking nail it. You gotta nail it.
And you didn't. I can't be expected to do that.
You shanked the golf ball basically backwards.
No, that was aimed. That was aimed at the clubhouse and the rich fucks. That's what that was.
You still missed.
I know. I hit a couple of the fucking umbrellas and just went up in the air, didn't do anything. Oh well.
Anyway, but then hear things that the cops hated him at first and stuff like that, and of course they did. But then, a couple years later, the cops would call them when they were sick. So
how thick are the accents?
In the show?
Yeah.
Dude, it's funny because the same shit that always pissed me off with The Office is that there was not nearly enough regional accents. And this the doctors don't need them because the doctors could be for anywhere, right? But the patients, this should be no less than 40%. And there's like none.
Oh, come on.
I know.
What is it all like? I hurt my arm at the Steelers tailgate. Like, you never hear that.
There's one. There was a kid, like a 19-year-old kid, on this TV show. I guess fictional, but he died of a accidental fentanyl overdose. Somebody gave him a Xanax. It wasn't a Xanax. It was real sad, right?
No.
And then, this show got me a couple times. Like, I know it's fictional. Like, you guys fucking.
Yeah.
Anyway, but so they decide, his parents, obviously they were, blindsided by this, and but they decided that he did say that he wanted to be an organ donor on his license. So they're like, okay, let's do it. So all of his friends and family are like at this hospital, and they're all going to walk him out together to the ambulance to go to the other hospital where he's going to get harvested, which is a terrible name for it. But anyway, but they're all like, so they called it an honor walk. Like, it was an honor walk. So they reeled him. And when they reeled him out of the room for the first time, you see him wrapped in a Pittsburgh Steelers blanket. And that's when they lost me. That's when I'm like, you know what? I felt bad for this kid and the family before, but not so much now. Now I'm like, this fucking kid. I'm like, who wants those organs? No one wants those.
Yeah, if he's being wrapped in a Steelers blanket already, like, to me, if there's not somebody going, he's going to be an organ donor. I just saw him bong a beer the other night. Like, he's not an organ donor.
No, but the whole time I'm like, I'm like getting teary eyed. I'm like, good for this show. They got me. And then I see him wheel him out in a Steelers blanket, and I'm like, oh, never mind. They lost me. I love that some producers like, well, let's wrap him in a Steelers blanket because this show is supposed to be in Pittsburgh, although we're all in Los Angeles right now.
Yeah, like, oh man, if they don't, the fact that they don't have like the Pittsburgh accent,
it should be 7 out of 10 people.
It should be every single fucking person, not a doctor, like a nurse, a local nurse in that show should be like, well, me and Tommy, we went down to North Shore. And people were just getting nebby with us, and I don't know why. Like, he was all over that. He was all over me at the bar.
Even guys, it's like that's like comedic relief. There's like, oh, I fell down and hit my head when I was drinking too many beers, like that. But there's no accents of those guys either.
Ew.
So I'm like, come on. Yeah, the same thing pissed me off with The Office because
I have to watch this show.
They have a very distinct accent in Scranton as well, and like barely anyone had the accent.
I need to watch this show to shit on this show on stage. I need to, because I'm a Pittsburgh aficionado. I consider myself like an unofficial Pittsburgher.
Really? Because you didn't know about Freedom House, racist?
Yeah, because I wasn't taught it in the white schools, Tim.
Again, I'm not saying that it wasn't in a history book, but I'm sure it was like a little snippet like that big. But it probably wasn't. It probably wasn't. But Dr. Saffer probably was. We probably heard about Dr. Saffer at some point. Maybe because he invented CPR. I'm sure that was in a history book somewhere that was skimmed over.
Maybe. You never know.
American history, maybe.
Although I do know where the first radio baseball broadcast was ever put out?
Guadalajara.
You know what? If they would have been white, that would have been the correct answer, Tim. But I'm sorry. The answer is Pittsburgh. KDKA.
1983. They finally figured out radio.
They had the wires up. They were like, we've been having this since the 20s, but we decided not to put it up. It just Eddie over there, he got drunk. He drank some iron.
We've been talking this whole time.
Yeah. We've been talking down by the river. I know we're supposed to put this transmitter up in fucking 34, but It's 56 now, I guess. I don't know.
My jaw is so much less on this side than this side. That's a real problem.
Mm-mm. You're evolving, Tim.
Devolving
into the new man.
Someone's I need to buy me a new jaw.
Dude, I got to tell you, speaking of new man, I have been obsessed with this fucking book called The History of Man. And it's this like, what if man founded Mars and like terraformed it and like Martians become a thing. It's fucking wild, dude. And the descriptions of some of the things humans become after they meet this like sentient human, like dragonfly race. It's fucking wild, dude. It's called, I think it's called Man 10,000 Years or something. It's pretty good. I like it. I listen to the audiobook sometimes to fall asleep too. It's really comforting. All the shit.
As long as you remember that it's fiction. I don't want to be like, no, this is gonna happen.
I wish that was how it happened, dude. I'd fucking get my genetic material out there at that point. Go intergalactic with my semen. Fuck yeah.
So what do you say his name? Bong Hoon-ko? Something like that. The guy who did Parasite.
Yeah.
Won all those Oscars. He has a new movie coming out next week.
Okay.
With Robert Pattinson or Mark Ruffalo. It's called Mickey 17. It's like
I am so interested in that fucking movie.
I'm gonna be up there. It comes out like next week. I'm gonna be up there the next week it comes out. So I'm gonna go to Westlake and go see it at the IMAX. So I'm excited for that.
Dig.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. When I saw that, I'm like, yeah.
I'll wait till it comes out on digital.
I went to the closest theater to Allen's. It's in Rocky River. I didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
But so I'm like, I'll go an extra 5 minutes to go to Westlake, the bigger one. So I will do that. And I'm also going to the Cavs game. And I probably go to at least one mic.
Nice.
I might go to Cordelia. I've been thinking about going to Cordelia forever.
Okay.
Want to go to Cordelia with me?
Where is that?
4th Street, the alley.
Ooh. Okay. Price is decent.
Compared to what? I mean, it's not the Marvel room. it's not like that.
Like dishes, $20-$30.
Probably 30. Yeah, probably. I mean, they have burgers and stuff too. Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna go to the Cleveland Comedy Awards,
yeah,
we can go before that.
When are they again?
I want to say the 13th.
I think.
Which would be the Thursday. Yeah.
I have a show on the 4th.
Oh shit! So we're not gonna do a show at all that week, or at least I won't be there through the 11th, and then you won't be there for the 13th. So I probably won't bring my laptop to Allen's then. So probably just won't do a show that week.
Okay, yeah, we'll just get thing because I gotta get I gotta get the Visine ready for or the saline for Marty's.
I think
awards.
You should prepare a song. Or who was that had the Native American person accept an award for him?
I was joking about that with a couple comics. I was gonna do the Brando.
Yeah,
Brando, yeah. Did you see the thing Marty wrote about me, by the way?
Recently?
Yeah.
No.
Let me read it to you. Don't look at it. I'll read it to you.
This is a quote from Cleveland comedian Marty Malloy about Raymond Hyclak.
He was watching me do very well at that brewery show. Very well. He was off to the side, like left behind, like stage left behind me.
Mm-hmm.
And
I still have a problem with that format.
No, hopefully they bring that format down. They don't need that many comedians. I'm thinking like 8 at most, and like some of those are 5 minutes.
You always schedule for no more than 90 minutes.
Yeah, agreed.
Schedule because you probably go a little long. It's fine if it goes a little long, but no, like 2-hour shows are ridiculous.
This is
is a real problem.
This is from the Fingers of one of the greatest comedians in Cleveland, Martin Malloy. I thought Ray Hyclak had a great set at Tricky Tortoise Brewing Company tonight, although the people I told this to said I must be hallucinating and off my meds.
I don't know what shit he gives you.
I love him. It's funny. Like, it's not. I can't say it's not funny.
Well, he wants you to accept his award because he says you'll never win your own.
I know. Yeah. A comic, our buddy Vaughn was like, he said Marty was bullying me. I'm like, he's not bullying me. He's just mocking me. And I'd rather have that from him than nothing from him at all.
I like Vaughn. Vaughn's very literal.
Yeah. Very, very spectrum. Very spectrum. And I'm not talking
cable. I wasn't going to say it like that. Although he does talk about his autism himself. So I feel like it's okay to say that because he does talk about it.
Yeah, and I love Vaughn. Like, I would make fun of him to his... Who did Captain? I think I called one of my friends Captain Autism once.
Autismo.
Instead of Awesomeo, he's Autismo.
I am Autismo. Yeah.
I love bitches
and trains. Yeah.
Run on them all day. Oh yeah, make it rain. But. No, yeah, I love that because it's like it's Marty. He's funny. Like I can't.
No, and obviously Marty likes you. Clearly.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like
right.
Yeah,
like
he talks to me when I'm not, when I'm doing shows with them. He doesn't not talk to me.
I would make a similar joke as well. And also, like, I was thinking this the other day because I said something to somebody else and they not get offended, but they're just gonna say like they had to tell me like, hey, that kind of gets me, and that's fine. You should tell me because never anymore is my intention to like make someone's feelings hurt. That's never it. If I'm giving you shit, it's because you're my friend and I'm just giving you shit because I think it's funny and hopefully you think it's funny too. But if it actually upsets you, then you should tell me because I'm not trying to. But the thing I was trying to, that kind of makes me. Like, I'm like, why? When have I ever done that? When have I ever, at least not recently in my life, have I been like, I hope I make this person cry? Like, that's
never my intention.
Same thing with stand-up too. Like, I never like, I hope I really piss off everybody. That's not it at all either. I'm saying this because I believe it's funny. Like when I was ripping on my niece's softball coach, I'm like, you know why I said all that? Because it was funny. No other reason. Because I knew it would make people laugh. That's why I did it.
Learn how to use the squeeze, you dumb son of a bitch. Anyway, get back to little Johnny's dad over here.
He's 5'5". And I walked on stage. I
mistook you for the bad boy. I'm sorry.
He was sitting right up front in one of those couches. And I go on stage after one of the comics. Might have been Matt. I don't remember. And he goes, Tim, your fly's down. And I'm like, oh man. And I'm like, oh shit, thanks, TJ. Fly's down. I'm like, and this is true. I've never once in my entire life noticed someone else's fly down. I've thought about this a lot, actually. Like I've never have. Like I've never been like that. I'm like, am I just because everyone else is just staring at crotches and I'm not? Like everyone else, I'm not saying you're staring at dicks all the time. Like, oh shit, you know what? I got it because it's eye level. And then everyone just goes,
That's awesome. That's that's hilarious.
I wasn't planning on making a joke about it, but he set it up himself, although he was trying to be nice. But I have thought about that. I might make a bit about the fact that I've never, like, I've had people like tell me, do your flies down, and I appreciate it, but I've never, ever in my life noticed someone else's fly down. And I wonder, like, am I not looking at dick enough? Like, what am I doing wrong?
No, don't
people out there that are just like, first thing they do when they walk is just look down at someone's fucking waist.
No,
that's weird. It's like
I try and avoid that.
I appreciate it, but I have thought, like, I've never ever once noticed someone else's fly down. Now I'll notice if someone has something in their teeth, and I'll tell them that, right?
Yeah, teeth, nose.
Yeah, if someone had, like,
those are normal.
If it's winter and someone had like a sneaky snot they don't know about, you gotta tell somebody that.
Oh yeah,
like your brother, because sometimes they get sneaky when it gets cold out. You're like, dude, brother, you have a mustache?
Yeah.
Somebody did that to me at a Browns game. I'm like, dude, thank you so much. I couldn't let you walk around like that. I'm like, thank you. I didn't know, but thank you. I'm sure it looks awful.
I'm so self-conscious of that because I have a mustache where I'm like constantly. It's like it's my tick. Like I constantly check my stash if I'm having like a bad allergy day or any kind of sinus day because I don't want to look like that. I don't want to look like what Bob Uecker said in Major League. Like I don't want to look like a party favorite. That's not what I want.
But yeah, good for that guy. Instead of just being like, to his buddy, look at this fucker. Look at this fucker's dude, this fucking face. They'd be like, bro, you got some. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah,
help each other out.
Just not don't fucking junk gaze.
Face. I noticed. Crotch, I've never noticed. So, is there something wrong with me, or is there something? I'm not saying everyone that has told me my fly is down is gay. No, I tell you about the homeless guy. Happened once in Cleveland. Maybe last year when I was going to a game. I think it was last year.
That's fine.
And he was like asking people for money and stuff. He's my man. I'm like, no. He's like, no. Listen. Your fly's down. I'm like, oh, my bad. Thank you. My bad.
That guy, depending on why he's homeless, might notice it a little bit more than the average bear.
Maybe
there's some alleys he's been in.
Just that he didn't go. And while it's down. Yeah. You got $20. Yeah. Didn't do that.
Got 30, baby.
Because I was just ignoring the guy because I thought he was trying to get my attention because he wanted money and he was just trying to tell me my fly was down. So I felt like an asshole.
Yeah. But still, I mean, I check that too. Like if I start to I can feel a breeze because I don't wear underwear.
I'm at the point now. I can't even see it. I have to like move the gut. I'm
sorry, bud.
One of these. It's fine.
It's fine. Just want to hug you.
I gave away all my larges today.
I still have some large T-shirts that like I'm surprised.
I have so many pictures on Facebook of me wearing the stuff that I gave her today because that was like back when I was okay with getting my picture taken and I was doing more stand up. So and I was living in Canton. But I have so many. I sent her a couple. I'm like, this is me wearing that shit. I give her that suit. Ever show that picture of me with the mustache and the suit? Look like Ron Burgundy. Yeah, I gave her that suit. I wore it one time. I bought it for $1 at Goodwill.
This was Tim looking at all of his shirts. This was the background.
Waiting for it. That's true. Mm-hmm.
So many Arcade Fire.
No. You try again.
Mayday Parade.
No. Actually, there's no band T-shirts. There's mostly. The thing is, that collection of clothes is my nicest clothes because I wore better clothes when I was less fat. Now, do they make nice clothes for fat people? They absolutely do, but they're more expensive, and I am too depressed to wear them most of the time. I mean. Yeah, my fattest outfit is probably my most expensive outfit. It is because everything costs $50.
Well, yeah, because when they gotta have many.
You know how many cows had to die for my belt?
Is it snakeskin too? Just imagine that.
It's everything they could get their hands on. They needed to use
more snakes.
Yeah. What else do we got left? All right.
They're all chained by the fucking face to each other.
Some rat in there. Whatever is available.
That would actually be a cool belt. If I had money, that would be a belt. I have a snake, like rattlesnake, with the tail going into the mouth, but the mouth has a fucking mouse jaw as like the fucking thing. That would be my fuck you money. I think I'd spend it on that and probably alligator boots.
Is that going to be Vegas Ray? Vegas Ray is going to be.
If I hit slots, dude. If I hit slots out there, or like go on some kind of weird baccarat run where like player loses a fuck ton, you might not see my ass ever again. Or you'll see me, but I'll be doing it. I'll be doing the podcast from an undisclosed location in Las Vegas.
I think. No, we can't do that. I had to replace you. This is a local Ohio podcast. We can't can't have that. We can't have that. No. Listen, I came up with the name, so I get to make the rules.
I have created so many
No evidence of that. No evidence of that. So
in shorts.
No evidence of that.
Producer.
The AI created the shorts. Anyway,
I fed it to him.
I created the most successful short.
You did.
What was I gonna say? Thing about baccarat in Vegas, especially, it's so annoying. Is that when you bet, banker, you end up with literal quarters. They give you just quarters.
Huh? Where were you at?
Baccarat was playing in Hollywood, but they do it everywhere with because of 6-5 blackjack. They give you quarters all the time, depending on how much you bet. Like because it's 6-5, so they can't. Yeah, so they give you literal quarters, and when you get a couple of them, you trade them in for whites and shit. But yeah, that's
I do 3-2. That's the only.
Yeah, but there's no 3-2 anywhere on the strip. I mean, you have to, there's
not
that many
in Fremont on
the strip. There's not even that many. There's not even that many in the Fremont anymore. There's only a couple.
Yeah, like Cortez has a couple.
They might just be in the high roller room. No, I think everyone has them in the high roller room, but on the main floor, it's all 6-5, which kicked my ass multiple times. I had one time sitting there getting blackjack after blackjack, and I'm like, I'm barely making any fucking money off these things.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's fucking annoying. But any of the local casinos is all 3-2. I would probably. Oh yeah. Also, I'll probably go to Jack one of those days that week too. Almost guarantee it. Probably the day I go to the Cavs game. I'll probably end up at Jack.
Rio's 45, Tim, a night. Rio's
before or after fees. Right,
before fees.
So it's still like 100. That's still 100.
It's like $475.
It's still $100.
But it's in my price range. It's in my price range rooms.
Yeah, but I can get a better deal than that with my comps at a hotel that isn't Rio. You're so stubborn. If you don't want to go to Vegas with me, that's fine.
I do, but I mean, I do want to go by myself.
Look at this. Oh, fuck you.
I love you.
It would basically be like going by yourself because I'm not going to go to the dive bars with you. We just do our own thing.
Why not?
It would be like $300 cheaper if we stay in the same room.
Will it?
I mean, I told you I would look for the first week of September. I looked up. I mean, Harris is the best. We could get Harris. It would be $400. It would be $200 a piece for 4 nights.
Okay,
at Harris, which is ridiculous. Ridiculous. But it'd still be less than $300 at the Link, and I'd rather stay at the Link. I would spend a little bit more.
Yeah, what was the Link at? Link on Expedia was super cheap. I saw that. And we'll head out after we look this up because I did see the Link's pretty cheap on I think Expedia. Virgin's like 74 right now.
It may have signed
the Link is 83 right now, so it'd be. I was looking at that. Link is like 603. That would be in my fucking price range to go max. I don't want to do 700 or anything like that. To me, let's get some. If we do go together, I still want to get that pass for some reason. I don't know why I want to have my money in that, but I like it.
I can get it for cheaper than that, but I somehow got logged out of my rewards account, and I don't know my password.
Oh no! We'll reset it. Reset it later, Tim. Because
maybe I got lucky. Nope, that's not right. There's something else I want to talk about to get to, and I forget because I'm. This wasn't it, but I did see this. Fuck. If it's not either of those two, I don't know what the fuck it is. Damn it! Now I have to change my password again.
Creed is sweet 75. You just don't use that for everything.
Well, now I got to change all my passwords, right? Thank you.
I know your Yahoo used to be with email wide open.
Don't tell people that. I don't want people to know that I'm at least more clever than that.
So
it's with spam folder wide open. Is what it.
Wide open. I have coupons here for Taco Bell.
Anyway, I think it was like, I'll tell you what it was later, but I think it was like 600 after fees. So
that's what it looks like too on Expedia. Expedia is like 603 total, includes tax and fees. So it'd be like 300 first up front, and then another 300 when the shit would come out. That's how Expedia does it, because that's how it. And then like whatever the resort fees are,
right. That's what I do here too. Like there's some of the weeks, like it's like $50 now. The rest when you get there.
Mm-hmm.
And you can sometimes get those waived. I mean, it takes a lot though. You have to they have to piss you off pretty good to get those waived. But
yeah, no, I'll try to upgrade whatever the plan is, and whatever like happens here, it'll be.
But it was $79 a night for 2 nights at Harrah's, and the rest were comp. So it was. So it was $158 before fees. So it ended up coming into like $400.
Well, March is coming up, and usually that's when like all the fucking flight deals happen for some reason. Like just shit starts getting announced, and they announce flights out of Cleveland where it's like
I've been looking at
$3. All right, Spirit, let's go.
Well, I was looking at some weeks where they have like the latest that Frontier has scheduled Vegas flights so far, like August, and they're like $400.
I know.
So it's not always great. I think
that's why I want to get that fucking thing, bro. Like, get like the summer pass, and use that. That way you can book it basically for the price that they're asking right now.
Sure, if they just start doing their own security, dude. It's good. The flights are going through the freaking roof. They just start paying for that shit.
Well.
And it's not going to go well. Would you honestly trust Frontier security? No, I barely trust Frontier flights.
Yeah, Frontier's Frontier, bro. Like it gets.
They're going to start letting you do whatever you want if you pay enough money. Like
pretty much.
Yeah. You want to bring a gun? That's fine, but you got to pay another $80.
I am a Go Wild member, sir. I bought these tickets in March.
Right. I am radicalized platinum. Okay. I can bring whatever I want. Bring any box cutters I want.
I took this flight because it got me out of Karen Copper. And this is how I'm being treated? Without dignity? This is Frontier. It's classier than Spirit, at least. I can't say that with a straight face. Spirit has fucking had Wi-Fi.
Yeah, what's crazy is that
they're thinking about merging too. I saw that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. But so far Spirit said no. But they are going bankrupt, so I don't.
Yeah, who knows? But I think that's enough for us tonight, guys.
That's why I can't remember the password, because it has to be longer than my other passwords.
And we will see you guys Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bro Plata. Give us a like, give us a share, give us a follow. Mostly the first and last two are the most important. Helps us with the algorithm, helps us get here. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, wherever you're at in the world. We are right here on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, all those platforms. Check us out. And as always, see you at the Kumite, fam.
Not Facebook. It's been getting worse since we've been off of Facebook. Have you noticed that? I have. We need Facebook back. Call Zuck.
Follow us on Facebook.
Call Zuck.